You're watching WJLA 24/7 News. Good Morning Washington. On your side.
Well, as the war of words heats up between President Trump and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, the president has now directed the intelligence community to fully cooperate with Attorney General William Barr's investigation into surveillance activities during the 2016 election. And we bring in political insider Armstrong Williams this morning to discuss this and more. Good to see you, Armstrong.
Good morning, Melanie.
Good morning. So the president has now given William Barr the authority to declassify sensitive intelligence materials as he sees fit. What do you make of all this?
It's an earthquake. We need to go back to immediately after the president won in 2016 when Vice Admiral of the Navy, Michael Rogers, went rogue and decided to go to Trump Towers, and he spent 5 hours meeting with the then elected president of the United States. And the president seemed to be confident that after that meeting that Russian collusion and Steele dossier would be an issue for him during his presidency. I don't know if you remember the story, but Clapper, Carter, and Brennan went berserk. It was an explosive story in all the media, and all of a sudden, and they think President Obama asked them to shut it down. The president believes that the CIA, which was given the authority from Al-Qaeda to investigate, empower informers to protect the interests of the American people, that they use that charter to go to the FISA court to a judge, where on 4 or 5 different occasions they had to lie to the judge to get a warrant from the FISA court. The president was so confident in his 5-hour meeting with Rogers that they believed that Brennan, who operated the DCI inside the CIA, which should have never happened, could not get the information, and they employed a British operative by the name of Steele, who was also a Russian spy. You never use the information of an informant, of a double agent, to do the bidding of the CIA and the FBI. So
bottom line here, this is to get to the origins of the
they
Russia
believe
investigation.
That the CIA was weaponized to do a coup d'etat of the President of the United States.
All right, I want to ask you also about another hot topic this week, and this is the war of words between the President and Nancy Pelosi, and it's heating up, and President Trump says he won't do any deal with Democrats until they stop investigating him, and it kind of followed this remark from Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Let's take a listen.
Would you believe that it's important for to follow the facts? We believe that no one is above the law, including the President of the United States, and we believe that the President of the United States is engaged in a cover-up.
Instead of walking in happily into a meeting, I walk in to look at people that had just said that I was doing a cover-up. I don't do cover-ups.
So it appears that after Nancy Pelosi used the word cover up, it touched a nerve, and now nothing's getting done in a bipartisan way in Washington. And this was supposed to be a second meeting on infrastructure.
I don't think, no matter how disgusting and disingenuous you may find the Speaker of the House alleging that you're involved in a cover-up, you cannot say that there will be no business between the White House and the legislative branch as long as an investigation is ongoing. As the President of the United States, you must also show leadership and rise above the fray. He's already been proven that there's no collusion between he and the Russian. He has an Attorney General who believes first in the defense and the powers of the executive branch. And it was just not the right move for the president at that time.
And the president calling himself a stable genius and asking his own staff and saying, hey, how did I do? I was really calm.
Well, if you don't
wanting their feedback.
If you don't think you're a stable genius, who will? The president has a right to believe that he's a genius, that he's perfect, that he's incredible, he's the best thing that has ever happened to this country. The president has always said that. It's okay to have self-esteem. The president has an incredible self-esteem, and I'm not going to fault the president for that. I think sometimes it's a little exaggeration, but we all exaggerate a little bit about who and what we are. But still, the President of the United States and Congress has reached a place that we have not seen before. We've not seen anything like this before.
All right, we will have to leave that at the last word since we are out of time. Armstrong Williams, good to talk to you.
Good talking to you.
As always, and we'll see you tomorrow morning because your show, the Armstrong Williams Show, airs right here on WJLA 24/7, 10:30 every Saturday morning. Now, as we head to break, the number of the day, it is 71. That's the percentage of Americans who consider Memorial Day weekend the unofficial start of summer. A ScottRasmussen.com survey found nearly 40% will celebrate by hosting or attending a cookout. We'll be right back.